What's up guys, and welcome to the FIFA 19 Pro Clubs video. Today on this video, we're bringing you guys the best center back build, traits, and tips to improve your game as a center back. First things first guys, I just want to say thank you for the massive support on the channel, massive support over on Twitch, where we stream. Of course, if you guys want to check out the live streams, make sure you guys check out the link in the description for that. And as always guys, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more Pro Clubs content in the future. And of course, let's try to reach 50 likes on this video. That will be much appreciated. But as you guys can see here on the screen, this is a center back build we're using right now. But before we even start talking about the builds and the different tips and tricks that you guys should use, I just want to clarify that all the builds that I have put on my channel, it's all dependent on your play style. So it might not work for you, but you might take some of the things from this video, from all the builds. You might take different tips from all the build and make your player better, or even become a better player. So first things with the center back, especially center back, it all depends on your play style. So if you're a center back that mostly play competitive, you might want to play with a different height. For me, I usually, because I'm a casual player, I usually play 6'4". Now, I have spoken to different type of center backs. I have spoken to 11v11 center backs, and I also seen their build, and I also spoken to casual center backs, which were center backs that mainly play pro clubs just for fun, or they just play in divisions just to, you know, get to Division 1 and win titles like that. So different builds here will work for different type of players. So it's the same thing for all my builds. If that build doesn't work for you, you might find something helpful on that video that will help you out to improve your game, or even improve your overall in game. So again, my build right now is 6'4", 149. Because I am not a natural center back, I am a striker. So I do have a lot of tips to how to defend a striker sometimes if you're not, if you haven't played center back that long, or you're just starting playing center back. But if you play center back competitively, like those players that play in 11v11, VFL, VPG, VPN, or any of those leagues, then you guys will probably most likely have a lot more tips, which you guys can put in the description for those that play legit center back. So I'm going to show you guys again the main two there's the main two things you could do to become a really good center back in terms of like your position. Most center backs, of course, or I would say 99% of the center backs play defender center back, but there's also defenders out there, center backs out there that play midfield center defensive mid, because of the fact that you will have a more all-around player, but your defensive stats such as tackling, slide tackling, or stand and tackle are not as high. Of course, if you're a natural center back, or you just play center back mainly, you will have your stats will be higher actually as a center back than me, because I haven't played a game at center back. Actually, I have played a game at center back, but I haven't played that many games at center back. So of course, remember, my main tip that I give everybody for all of my builds is, if you want to grow as in that specific position, you need to play that position. So if you want to grow as a center back, play center back, because your primary skill is going to become your defensive skills, so you're going to put that up faster. So if you're trying to do get your center back higher, don't try to go and play CDM. Yes, your defensive skills is part of your primary skills, but it's not all of them are your primary skills. So center back will give you that better boost. So for this build, I would use a defender, center back. But again, if you are looking to be more of an all-around center back, even though you're not going to be as strong on your defensive skills as your actual center back build, you can go midfield, defensive center mid for more of an all-around player. But just keep in mind, again, you're losing a lot of your defensive stats. But for me, or any of the 11v11 competitive players, you would see them going as a defender center back. Next thing, for me, as a casual center back that just jumping in clubs to join for fun, I would go 6'4", 149. The reason for this is it gives you a little bit boost more on your strength, and of course, with that, you also have decent pace to keep up with strikers. On a FIFA 19, you have a lot of, sometimes when strikers are one-on-one, they're through, and sometimes the center backs can actually catch up to them. So 6'4", you actually be able to catch up with a lot of strikers, and you can actually body them off the ball, especially if they're not playing tall. A lot of strikers play 5'10", a lot of strikers play below 6 foot, so you will be able to keep up with them, and you will be able to body them off the ball, which is the easiest way to win the ball back. But if you play competitive, a lot of center backs also try to play this build, but I also seen a lot of good center backs that play 6'2". A lot of these center backs that play 6'2" competitively, they're looking mainly to have some pace, because they're strikers in 11v11 that will just consistently make runs, so they were trying to keep up with those strikers. Now, of course, your pace doesn't go up massively, but it does give you a little boost on your pace. If you play center back again, guys, you will have a better stats in your defensive attributes than I do. And then I've seen also center backs that play 6'6". Now, these are center backs that mainly focus on playing casual, so they play just pro clubs to rank up, or if you're not playing competitive, or you're just trying to be more of a monster at the back, you just legit just stay back and you watch the runs and all of that, or you're playing with two center backs, one of them maybe goes 6'2", the other one goes 6'6". This is very overpowered for that, because on corners, when you come up for corners, if you go first post with this build, most of the times you will actually have get a chance to put the header on goal. But again, you're losing a couple of pace compared to the 6'4", 6'2", but this is a very overpowered build for casual pro clubs. But you might see this build a little bit in a competitive 11v11 if those center backs are more elite center backs and they're trying to, they know how to play with this build. They're not going to push up a lot. They're just going to, stay back and really be more of a really, really defensive center back. But again, 6'4" for me is in between. I have pace, I have strength. I can go up if I need to for those corners, but I can also just sit back and just let my team do the attacking. But again, 6'2" is for those center backs that are especially this build is for those center backs that are really, really good in positioning himself and kind of clearing crosses and stuff like that, because you don't have to be too tall to clear those crosses. You usually have to be in the right position. But again, for me, I would go 6'4", 149. That's just my preference. Not going to work for everybody, so make sure you pick the best one that works for you based on your play style. Next thing I'm going to give you guys is the traits. Now, of course, this video is a bit more, I'm giving you guys more information because center back especially is one of the most important positions you can play. And if you play center back, you're pretty much the last resort for your defense. So make sure you keep that in mind. You want to be there. So pick the best build, pick the best and most accurate build that would work for you. For traits, the first thing you want to do is, I would of course go to the most important one, is defending. Defending, I would put every single thing on. Of course, if you are a center back, naturally, I have played 355 games, but none of them, I only played like 3 games at center back. So if I played center back consistently, and I played 355 games at center back, all my stats should be above 90 most likely. But again, I am a striker, so that's why my builds, my here are not that high. But if you play natural center back, these should be all higher. For dribbling, you put everything on. I don't suggest center backs putting a skill moves on because you're a center back. If you're trying to play casual and you actually want to use it for fun, then go for it. But if you want to be a better player, skill moves for you, there's no point. 2-star skill moves, most center backs in natural football, in real life football, have about 2 stars, 3 stars. Some even have 1 star. So keep that in mind. The flare trait is something you shouldn't use at all. You can use it. I know for a reason you can use it. I'm not sure if he gives you the acrobatic clearance, but I think you get him automatically this year as compared to last year. But if it does give you the automatic clearance, if anyone knows that plays center back, if it does give you using this, then let me know in the comment section below and you guys can use it. But I don't think it does. I think you just get it naturally and you can do bicycle kick, acrobatic clearance. For passing, I would put everything on except your curves here because you're not going to be shooting a lot on goal. Your giant throw-in, and I wouldn't put these last 2 on, and the set piece specialist. But you definitely want on your long pass because if you need to, switch play, if you need to do an L1 triangle up to the striker that's making a run, or a square or an X on Xbox, then you can do that. But your short pass is the most important one to kind of build off the back. Shooting, your main ones, again, I say this on my builds, the weak foot is very important, and then the header, of course, this is when you go up for corner. So at 6'4", 6'6", and 6'2", even all of those, you will be able to win headers against other players, especially at 6'6". All of these builds, you should use power header as a defender because when you're going for up for those corners for those header on goal, you have more power on those headers, and that will be crucial for you to score. Pace, I would put everything on. Now, of course, my pace is actually maxed out at my center back right now, but you want this maxed out as much as possible. Again, I'm playing a 6'4", so my pace is 83, so nothing crazy, but you can keep up with most strikers. And then, of course, the last ones you have, I would put them on your strength. I'm 89 strength with 6'4", 149. And then the last 2, I use it on my my stamina. I see some center backs that use their second wind because second wind gives you more energy at 75th minute. So this will be very important if you want to do that. But you would probably have to take it out of your out of here, maybe if you take it out of here if you want to do that. But this is how I usually use it because this passing long pass gives you +2, so that's very crucial as well. But if you want to be more, you're gonna just push up a lot, then you might want to pull your second one on and take that long pass off. But that is pretty much everything I can give you guys. In terms of tips, on how to level up your player fast. Just play a lot of games. If you guys want to watch how to max out your how to max out your overall in FIFA 19, make sure you guys check out that video. It has a lot of tips for every single position, so that will help you guys as much as possible. But guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you guys find this video informative, of course, don't forget to subscribe for more Pro Clubs content in the future, and we will catch you guys on a new video later. Peace.